Get ready, guys. Monster Hunter Wilds just had a big showcase on Capcom Spotlight, and of course, we got a big beta for it returning this week with more newly added content, like private lobbies for up to 16 players, a new training grounds, 2 new hunts, and the same content from the first beta. Not only that, but we officially can download the benchmark that they just released on Steam under the Monster Hunter Wilds listing, and it's looking to be about 25 gigs. This beta is fully cross-play, and all platforms will be active from the jump. Steam, Xbox, PlayStation all can play at the same time, which is actually going to be starting on February 6th, this Thursday, and ending on the 9th, giving us almost 4 days of access this week. But the best news about all this is just wave 1. There's actually a second wave next week on February 13th, and it's going to last until the 16th. RIP to your Valentine's Day plans. This is giving us a solid 8 days total to enjoy Monster Hunter Wilds, which is enough time if you missed out on the previous beta. And by the way, that game is dropping very soon at the end of February 28th. But also in other major news, they confirmed here that we can actually preload Monster Hunter Wilds 48 hours ahead of launch, so 2 days beforehand. And this is for everything: Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox, as confirmed by Joe himself right here. But guys, listen, I got a link where you guys can get Monster Hunter Wilds right now for $56. This is an insane steal right now. Shoutouts to Instant Gaming, our sponsor of this video. I have them linked down below. All of these listings are available for you guys to secure Monster Hunter Wilds if you haven't done it yet. Or if you already bought it, you could totally refund it on Steam and repurchase it here, because you're going to get a Steam code when you buy this. And then you could just pop it back in and re-download whenever you can. Instead of paying $70 or $90 or $110, you guys can get it for $56, $86, or $72. Significant discounts. I read those out of order. Please ignore that. Save yourself a significant amount of money and enjoy this game on launch. But yes, as of recording this right now, you could actually download the Monster Hunter Wilds benchmark, and I've been running it in the background myself. You'll actually be seeing the footage of it on screen. This is what I was able to score here at Ultra and also at DLSS 3 Ultra. I'm rocking a 3090 with an i7-12700K processor. The game is loaded on my fastest NVMe, and I have 64 gigs of RAM. By the way, if there is some screen tearing in this, I do apologize. I'm having an issue right now on my stream PC. It's acting up kind of crazy. This benchmark specifically has DLSS 3 already in it by default, so on my first test at Ultra and quality, this is what I actually got. And so I did a second test when I manually inputted DLSS 4 into the game, and this is what I scored at quality. About 4 frames less, which is kind of expected, because on DLSS 4 performance and Ultra performance, which is the main benefits for DLSS 4 on older hardware like mine, the picture quality looks just as good as quality on DLSS 3, but you're getting almost 20 to 30 frames more, which is a game changer. Seriously, people with 30 series, 20 series or lower, you guys are gonna really enjoy this. Comment down below what your benchmarks are looking like. I'm gonna be doing full comparison video later this week with this. My only questions now are whether or not the performance upgrades that they mentioned will not be included in this beta that we're going to be playing are also not included with this benchmark. Will it be something that will be updating on the day of the game's launch? I don't know. I don't see any confirmations on that. The start time of the Monster Hunter Wilds beta is going to be 7 p.m. Pacific time, which is 10 p.m. Eastern time, this Thursday on February 6th. So you'll be able to download the game and hop online then, and replay the content from closed beta test 1, and even reuse your previous character files if you're playing it on the same platform. We have a new slaying quest for the Arkveld, which is special to this closed test 2, and is considered a high difficulty rank. You can unlock it after you complete the Doshaguma quest by talking to Alma right after. There's also a Gipseros quest that'll appear after, and Arkveld afterwards will be appearing in local areas from time to time. You can encounter them in that way. They also revealed briefly a snow biome for us to explore in the full game, with a new monster as well as some familiar ones. I was praying that we would get an icy region, so seeing this actually has me very excited. In the previous beta, we didn't have a way to access the training area again, which was kind of a bummer. I don't recall at least being able to do it without restarting a new character, but now there's a whole new area for practice, and you can test out all the weapons there with range targets included. If you die, somehow you'll automatically be resurrected, and the amounts of consumables you use while you're in this area will not deplete. So you can simulate what you can do in battles, essentially, and your battle commands as well, to get a nice feel for combat, which for me is amazing because I am a newcomer to the series. I genuinely, in the last beta, loved dual blades, but I want to give Longsword a second shot because I feel like I learned some things since then. And I also want to consider trying out mouse and keyboard. I hear it's actually really good in this game, but I want to know what you guys are playing with. Comment down below. You can be playing with controller or mouse and keyboard or both. The private lobbies aspect is something I didn't expect to be toggleable in this. I mean, it's probably why the second beta is actually a thing. That's probably the entire functionality of this, to test how it's actually going to be running. Off rip, there are 100-player lobbies that you can join, or you can play single player online in a world on your own. But to be able to make a lobby and have 15 of you guys in the chat come and join us, I think that's going to be the most played thing that we do on stream. While single player, if you want to jump online, you can do it seamlessly by shooting up an SOS flare, they said. Also, if you played in the open beta, you're actually going to be getting some rewards that we can obtain in the full game. A pendant and a bunch of items like 10 raw meats and a lot more to get you jump started on your game at launch. If you participated in the first beta, you also get to retain and keep items from that beta as well that they rewarded you with. But sadly, if you didn't, you're only able to get the second beta's items. As of right now, at least. They also mentioned that transferring your character to the full version is going to be possible, but there is a little bit of a glitch where if you try to transfer a character right after editing them, they won't let you transfer them. The issue occurs once you edit a character, but then you close the game immediately without selecting the save file and start playing the game. They said to troubleshoot this, select your save data and begin gameplay at least once before you close the game to transfer. And that applies if you edited that character. I gotta say, major shoutouts to the devs for this. They literally did not have to do this at all. They collected a lot of data from the previous tests and a lot of our feedback and critiques of the game, and they've announced to us what changes we can expect, such as graphical adjustments to all versions of the game to further optimize the quality of play and also bring down that minimum PC requirement in order to play the game. The PC version had issues, which they notated and stated that they've made significant changes with that, which also applies to the console versions as well, making it overall easier to run and more efficient while balancing aspects of the game from weapon mechanics, bugs, and other glitches as well. Unfortunately, it's kind of a bummer that we can't experience those adjustments during this beta and have to wait until the full launch of the game on February 28th. So the second beta will actually retain the performance and previous issues and weapon balances with no changes that we played with in the previous beta. So pretty much this beta is going to consist of all the stuff that was in the original beta, but including some extra bonus content that wasn't there before, slightly towards the end after you finish the original beta's tasks. That's 2 new hunts and testing out private lobbies, as well as giving us a training room to actually go through and cycle through all the weapons easier. I gotta say, I really do enjoy that aspect because, like I said, I'm a newcomer and I really do want to get a lot of practice under my belt when it comes to trying out the different weapons in this game. Remember guys, secure your Monster Hunter Wilds with the link down below from Instant Gaming. Shoutouts to them. They're hooking us up with a major discount for this game and getting you all a ton of savings. But seemingly, we can actually mess with DLSS 4 in this benchmark, so I'm assuming same thing will be applicable for the beta. I'm going to be making a tutorial for you guys on how to slap DLSS 4 into your game if they don't include it on the beta launch. So if you want to learn how to do that, be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. More Monster Hunter Wilds videos are on the way and you don't want to miss them. My name is BltzZ and thanks for watching.